Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Warden, and today we're going to look at Medjay, a new hero that has been released recently, and I'm going to show you everything about him, all the punishes, all the freaking gameplays and movesets, basic to advanced. So my video is separated into 3 parts. First is the movesets, second is the punishes, and the last part is going to be what do I say about this hero, how to some kind of play with him. I've been practicing with him with level 3 bots, so I kind of know how his movesets are, how to play against another opponent and stuff like that. Most of the people are going to only dodge attack spam you, but anyways. So be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let's head to the basics. Alright, the basics. On the staff mode, you start your chain with a light, then heavy, then light, then heavy, then light, then heavy, and as you can see, both heavy and lights in the chain attack are unblockable. Also, you can start your chain with a heavy and continue it with a light, and then heavy, then light, then heavy, light, heavy, and this goes on. It's an infinite chain. Alright, after a heavy, whether it's in a chain or it's a starter heavy, you can go for a second heavy that'll deal more damage and has armor. Same goes for the light. The second light has armor, but both of them will finish your chain. You can't continue with your change and you lose your frame advantage. And also keep that in mind, the chained lights are enhanced, which means by blocking them, you won't end your change. If your opponent block them, you can continue your chains. Not only this finisher light, the chained light also are enhanced. Alright, the next move is dash forward heavy on a staff mode. It will count as a heavy, so after that you should deal a light if you want to continue your chain attacks. If you do another heavy, it will finish your chain. Alright, Medjay's zone attack, not the best zone attack in the world, but it counts as a heavy and you can chain it into a light or another heavy to finish your chains. So be sure to go for the light if you want to continue your chains. Same goes for the dash forward. Medjay on staff mode has the dodge attack as well, and it counts as a heavy again. So in order to chain it, and it can be chained, in order to chain it, you either have to press a heavy to finish your chain after that, or you can go for a light. Alright, again on staff mode, if you dash forward and press guard break, Medjay will perform a very slow attack that is only good for 4v4 in order to you want to gank someone, because on duels they will easily just dodge that. But it can be chained into a light or a heavy, and both of them have hyper armor, as you can see. After a neutral light, you can chain it into a grab by pressing guard break. Also, you can chain to a grab after a chained light. So you pressed, for example, a heavy and then light, you can press guard break to go to a chained grab, as you just saw what I did. But remember that the second chained light that will finish your chain, as I told you guys before, won't trigger the grab. So after the second light, as you can see, I pressed the guard break, but nothing happens. Alright, now let's talk about how to transform into a dual weapon or transform back into a staff. While you're walking back and press the guard break, you can trigger the transformation. If you are in a dual weapon mode, after locking out of your enemy, it will automatically change into the staff mode. So the staff mode is the default mode for Medjay. You can also take advantage of that. You quickly can lock out of your enemy and quickly lock in, so it will transform automatically. You don't need to press back. That's not it. After any recovery, you can actually remove your recovery by transforming into a staff or a dual weapon. Any recovery, like after a light, after a heavy, after a zone attack, after a forward bash, anything. Just you can even after a parry you can transform into a weapon. Alright, now let's talk about Medjay's dual weapon mode. The movesets are exactly just like the staff mode. You start your attack with a light or a heavy, and if you want to continue your infinite chains, after a light you go for a heavy and then a light and etc. Just after a heavy you go for a light and then heavy, just like that. And also the second light, as you can see, finishes your chain. Same goes for the second heavy after a heavy, and it will finish your chain. But the second heavy after a neutral heavy will be unblockable, as you can see. Bear that in mind that in dual mode he doesn't have any hyper armor. On the dual mode, Medjay has a dash forward heavy that is absolutely not like Warden's Valiant Breakthrough, but okay. And it counts as a heavy. You can chain it into a light to go for an infinite chain, or you can go for the unblockable heavy after that. Medjay also has dodge attack in dual mode. As I told you guys before, the movesets are just like the same. I'm just telling them because I have to tell them. And yeah, it counts as a heavy. So if you want the unblockable attack, go for another heavy, but it will finish your chain. But if you want to go for more pressure, you can easily just go for a light. Medjay's zone attack in dual mode is considerably faster, and it counts as a heavy. And I told you guys before, when it counts as a heavy, you either go for an unblockable attack, which means another heavy that'll end your chain, or you can go for a light attack that can continue your chain, your infinite chain. Here is just, I'm going to show you guys that you can again remove your recovery by just transforming into a staff mode while you're in a dual mode. So nothing special here. Let's just quickly go for the next one. Now in dual mode, if you dash forward and press guard break, you trigger a bash that can follow up with a light for 9 damage. It's not a lot, but it's a very good pressure because it's unreactable. The animation is so fast. It doesn't have a lot of range, as you just saw, but still, yeah, he has a very good pressure. Also, after a successful light or a chained light, you can trigger the bash just like Medjay's staff mode. The difference is this one is faster. Also, if you whiff the light attack, you can still chain it into a bash. Don't forget about that. Alright, now let's talk about the punishes. On a staff mode, while you guard break your enemy, only go for the top heavy because the side heavies are too slow and they will block it. However, on a dual weapon mode, you can go for a heavy on any side of your desires. While you have the staff and you wall splat your enemy, you can go for a side heavy that hits harder than the top heavy. And while in dual mode, just don't go for the wall splat because you get nothing special out of it. You can still go for a top heavy or side heavy or anything else. Remember, I told you guys you can't actually go for the transform after a successful parry. You can't do that. I'm going to demonstrate it to you. Only that, nothing special here. You see, you can chain it into the staff you desire. While on a staff and you get a light parry, you can go for a side heavy for the most damage. Also, if you this is what I just learned while I was experimenting with this hero. I don't know if you guys learned this sooner or later, but on a dual weapon, after getting a light parry, you can quickly transform into the staff and get the most damage, the 27 damage. Because if you do a heavy while you're on a dual weapon, you only get 23. This one I just discovered. I don't know if you guys discovered it sooner or later. Just tell me in the comments. Okay, now the out of stamina punishes. While on a staff mode, after a parry, you go for a light and a chained heavy, or for the most damage output, you can go for a zone attack and a chained top heavy. As for the dual weapon, you can punish harder, you can go for double heavies. Okay, now this one is a little bit tricky. While you're on a dual weapon and you throw your out of stamina opponent, you shouldn't change your guard, and you can go for the double heavies, but you shouldn't change your guard. You should keep that guard on that side that it was before while you throw the opponent through the opponent, and you'll be good. Just remember that. Don't change your guard on a dual mode while you throw your out of stamina opponent. On a staff mode, if you throw your opponent, it's just like the parry punish, go for a zone and a top heavy, or a light and a top heavy. Okay, here's another trick. This hero has a lot of tricks. After a parry while your enemy is out of stamina, you can, if you're on a staff mode, you can transform into the dual mode and press 2 heavies. Just remember that, don't change your guard. As always, we promised it before. Welcome to the final chapter of the video. Thank you for following until now. Well, now let's talk about Medjay. How is he? Is he good? Is he not good? To be honest, let's be fair with this hero. He's not OP, first of all. But is he fun? Yes, he's fun. He's very fun. Why? Because he's unique. He has 2 type of weapons, 2 type of play styles. Like the staff mode is the hyper armor monster mode with enhanced lights. You can take advantage of that. While you see, for example, your opponent is faster than you, you can just easily go for the unblockable lights and heavies. And the dual weapon mode is the more pressure-wise mode because you have unblockables, you have fast bash. So if you want to just like mix your opponent up, you can change between them inside the game like anything else. So yeah, he's fun. Try him. I really recommend it if you just don't spam that freaking dodge attack, because I've been playing for a while in PvP and people just we're just insane. We're just doing I understand they're not that skilled with the hero right now, but please guys, just don't spam one thing over and over because the other opponent is not acquainted with the new hero. Does not mean you have to spam the shit out of it. Another thing I really love about this hero, he has so much styles, man. Like you can play very stylish, which I love. I love playing stylish, as you guys know or don't know if you're new. Hello there. I love playing stylish, and most of the times I through the match because I want to get a light parry. Just like that, just as easy as that. So yeah, this hero is very stylish if you want to play stylish. If you just don't want to win, you just want to play like a good player, this one is very good hero for you. Now, what I don't like about this hero is the staff mode is not that encouraging for you to pick it. You like to quickly go for the dual staff mode because, yeah, it has more pressure. It has a very fast bash that is pretty much safe, I guess. The level 3 bot couldn't guard break it if I whiff. I mean, you can guard break it if you're fast enough. I mean, you dodge it very early, like very early. I don't know if you can dodge it like that. It's pretty much luck on that part. But yeah, it's safe to do a bash rather than just doing lights and heavies that have a chance of getting parried. You know, especially on high FPSs. And in higher ranks, of course, in higher ranks, the people are easily can at least react to your attacks. And yeah, Bash is more meta in higher ranks. So yeah, people will end up just going for the dual weapon. If they make the staff grab, that dash forward grab, or after a light you go for a grab, if they make it feintable or make it a little bit faster, I mean feintable it might be better, people may be encouraged to go for staffs more. But still, staff is awesome, dual weapon is more awesome. But yeah, this is a very fun hero. Go for him, play him a lot, and especially if you like this style. So that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for tolerating until now and listen to it. Tell me what you think about him in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. See you guys in the next video.